fruit jumping out of the fruit hammock. Motor sailing into 1.5 to 2 meter swell. But I just wanted to bring you guys into here because we're bouncing around right now, and the difference in the sound that this boat makes right now is like night and day. But since I've had the boat, being in here in these conditions, this cabin would just be creaking and moaning and groaning like crazy, to the point where you can't even really sleep down here. So if you just take a second to listen, you hear the ocean, you hear the engine, and there's a little bit of creaking here. But like I said, it's absolutely nothing like it used to be.
Tom, you got one?
Yeah. I reckon it's a little tuna.
Woo-wee.
Tasty! First fish of the season.
Breakfast, baby.
Woo. Kendo. Get out of the fish.
We arrived here between like 10 and midday, and we're going to see exactly why, because we've got reef either side of the channel here. The charts are okay, but they're not completely reliable, so we're actually coming in at the perfect time now because I can see exactly, and I got polarized lenses, I can see exactly where those reefs are. I hate it. This is called Chichime. It's a really nice little protected bay between two islands.
Morning, Tom.
Morning, sunshine.
What are we doing today?
Spearfishing. Cowabunga. Just trying to figure out a spot that isn't overfished.
Seems to be the problem around here.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, it's just everything's so easily accessible. And then apparently, if you go diving somewhere and the locals see you, they end up just going there and just raping that whole area, so the tourists can't get it, so they can sell the fish back to us. But
Oh, Lindo!
Oh!
Lindo? No!
Come on! Ooh, snaky one.
measuring cup. What about that, Colin? It doesn't look clean, but actually none of that comes off. I'm stuck. No, it's not.
It'll end up in the carburetor.
473. Perfect. Hey, Who had ice cream? Who had ice cream?
Not me. Don't look at me.
You.
Was it me?
French.
Was it Abby?
Yeah.
It's a good thing she had ice cream though. Now we can put oil in the fucking dinghy.
Can you just get a bit of tape and a pen, and we'll just label this one the 2-stroke one. I've learned from my mistakes before. If you don't label this, we're not going to use all of this probably. That would have to be completely empty. But you don't want to start mixing 2-stroke jerry cans with just straight fuel jerry cans because they're not interchangeable. In case anyone's wondering what this 2-stroke oil is for, a 2-stroke engine, like our outboard, doesn't have oil in the sump. It doesn't have oil inside the engine. It gets lubricated by the oil inside the fuel. So that's why it's really important to have the right amount of oil in the fuel. And if you run it with no oil in the fuel, your engine's not getting lubricated at all. That's why we put it. And then every engine will have a specification. Every 2-stroke engine will have a specification, and this one is 50-1. So every 50 parts of fuel is 1 part oil. So for a 20-litre jerry can, it's 400 mils of 2-stroke oil. So what happens if you put too much oil in is it becomes really smoky, and oil burns with a blue smoke. So you'll see blue smoke coming out the engine way more than is normal.
Thank you. You just dropped the car.
Try that again.
Okay, let's do this. I've got to stay back and edit this episode, but the boys are going. Anyone who comes back without something, even a lionfish, is on dishes duty for lunch. And if you all come back with something, me and Liam can do the dishes for lunch. There you go. There's some incentive for you.
Okay, I'm gonna shoot. You're gonna refish.
It's got to be edible, not a fucking jandal or something.
Look out, lobsters.
This is my friend Steve. He's a charter captain out here. He's been out here for almost 2 years. So we'll just quickly ask him where he thinks the best chance of getting a fish is. Yeah, what's happening? What's going on, brother? But these guys are going for a hunt. Where's their best chance of getting something?
So the best chance is just on the other side of this island. You can see the waves breaking. You know about this?
I love it.
Go!
Thank you.
Yeah, take it easy.
Out at sea.
Want me to get out the other paddle?
Unless you can get us to the boat, but that's upwind. Yeah, maybe both of you. Huh? Yeah. Did you ever look down into it before we poured into it, the jerry can?
Does the jerry can already outside? Is it the one we filled with water to hold the non-skin? I don't know. I'm just.
I thought we filled up all our cans with fuel.
From the non-skid.
Yeah, no, that's not good.
Is it water?
I mean, it's not fucking
Put
fuel.
it into a glass, and then
I can already fucking see, man. It's not.
We've got to put this into another jerry can and label that. Then I've got to get all the water out of this engine. There's oil in that now, so we can't just throw it out, obviously. Got to get every drop of water out of that.
Get it back into this.
That tank. Okay, at least there's no more troubleshooting to do because we've figured it out. What happened was we were using these jerry cans, filled them with water, a few of them with water, to hold down the non-skid right here. So I thought we filled all of them with fuel, but one of them was still full of water, and it got us good. So what we have to do now is get every single drop of water out of this, our fuel tank, label that one now as water with a little bit of two-stroke oil in it, fill it with fresh fuel with the two-stroke oil in it, and we're back up and running. It's a brand new engine. It's literally done about 20 hours. How silly do we feel? We're giving little tutorials on how to fill the thing with two-stroke oil. It's always 50 to 1 and you always do this and you always do that. Oh, here we go. Never do this. Here at Parlay Revival, we like to show our fuck-ups as well as our victories. That to me looks like water. You can see the oil sitting on top of the water.
Hey! Woo! Yeah, so Steve gave us that little foil thing, so he's gonna be ripping that thing behind the dinghy while we head out to the reef. Not too many fish down there.
Not too many either. Still, it's gonna be a good ceviche. Not my best shot, as you can see. But it's pretty fast fish, so I did my best. Yeah, at least we're gonna have some feed, which is good. Soy sauce, garlic.
Tom, what did you catch today?
I just shot a lionfish. Yeah, as you know, I got stung by a lionfish a month ago or something. So I'm a little extra careful these days. So tomorrow we're going to go to Cambodia. What's that?
Cambodia. Wow.
No, tomorrow we're gonna go to Cambodia and we're gonna anchor and go stern to the beach. I'm gonna save a spot because that's where everyone's coming from New Year's Eve. So we're gonna park up next to Ilya, get right up close to the beach, which is the next day. Then the party begins.
Not too shabby.
Oh, the sound of it!
It's what happens when you forget to put sunscreen on and go out in the water for like 2 hours. Gracias.
Alright.
So we've got Jake, who has come from the Canadian winter, and he decided to go surfing with me today without putting any sunblock on.
Got some
So bad.
aloe free show.
Show us that tan line.
It's not good.
Oh,
It's not good, man.
Oh, the poor thing.
Oh.
Against your cold and just act as hard as you can. Don't need a friend, boy, you're the man.
So our friend Ilya has an Ultima 51, a very, very, very fast catamaran. He, on the way here from Martinique, he was doing like 23 knots. So he's leaving Chichime, which is about 4 miles behind us, and we're going to the same place. So we're going to try sail quite well, see if we can beat him there, but the chances are very slim. Look out for a black boat coming up behind us and overtaking us in about 20 minutes. Alright,